what's up, guys? Here we are. We're back again here today doing another quick Let's Talk About It video. I told you guys I want to get more of these out there and happening more often. So here we are today doing a Let's Talk About It, and let's really talk about it. Elimination Chamber 2026. Man, what a night. Little bit of couple of things that were kind of the writing on the wall. Like I had said, you know, the Rhea Ripley victory, I think that was unfortunately in a way bad booking, but what they had to do, right? And I say that because to see them lose the tag titles on SmackDown, I said, well, it's got to be a guarantee that Rhea's going to take the victory in this. It just makes the most sense. Unfortunately, it had to be that way. Not that I dislike Rhea. I think she still has much needed and deserved time in the main event, in the championship scene, with the championship on her shoulder, around her waist, however it may be. It is definitely deserved, and I'm happy to see that she is going to be taking on Jade Cargill, as I had said, a match that has not happened yet, and it is very, very well deserved all the way around. Kind of a little weird how they've booked Jade up till this point. You would think they would have had her go on a crazy run of just domination to make this Rhea Ripley clash a little bit more interesting, but I digress. It is what it is, right? I'm not there. I'm not on the committee, but maybe someday they'll reach out. You know, hey, anytime you guys need me, you know where to find me, right here on YouTube, Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. Hey, even call the phone. I don't answer unknown numbers, but if it comes up Connecticut, I'm going to answer, because you never know, right? But needless to say, Rhea Ripley gets the victory. It is what it is there, but we'll see where that all goes into WrestleMania. Does Jade actually retain? Do we see Rhea get the title back again? It would be nice. Who knows? We'll see how it all goes, because I'm looking at it like this now. You've got Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, two absolute rivals, going after two separate championships. They can only write it one way. Does Liv and Rhea both walk out the winner, or does Rhea walk out the loser as well as Liv? Because then you could say, hey, we both didn't make it, we both made it. I mean, hey, they could play it into a storyline of that whole, you know, king and queen of the ring and that whole deal. I mean, that would be great. We see Rhea and Liv go at it again. Maybe that's what they're lining us up for. So maybe we see both of them win the titles come, you know, WrestleMania. We'll see. Again, that's, you know, far down the road, very far away, but we will see what happens. On top of that, we also had Becky Lynch and AJ Lee, as I stated in that other video. AJ Lee only wins if she's coming back for what I would believe is a full-time dominant run. So let's see what happens now that we've got a new Intercontinental Champion in AJ Lee. I think that's fantastic, as well as the fact that I think it allows the storyline with her and Becky to continue to rise, to continue to grow. I'm very excited for that. Then we had CM Punk versus Finn Balor. I actually think it was a fantastic match. I think both men had a lot of great high spots in it. I think Punk has really just proven, you know, that his longevity is still there, and I'm excited to see where CM Punk's title reign goes. Definitely going to be something to keep our eye on moving into WrestleMania. Can he truly defeat Roman Reigns? I guess we'll see what happens. Where will the swerve be there? We'll all have to wait and find out. Also, too, on top of that, we go to the men's Elimination Chamber. And the men's Elimination Chamber really being exactly what I asked for. I said, please let it be Randy that takes this victory. If not, let it be LA Knight. It came down to Randy and Cody, and I said, oh, man, I really hope we're not getting this again. I really don't want it. But now, here we go. We're going into SmackDown on Friday. Cody Rhodes now has a championship match against Drew McIntyre. What is going to happen here? I really don't want this to turn into a triple threat. I really don't want this to be anything but Orton versus Drew. But I guess they feel like, you know, I guess they feel that Cody is the new cash cow. He's the new John Cena. I would not say that in my opinion, but that's where they're going with this. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not going to be some crazy, stupid, you know, just utter bullshit, but whatever. I guess we'll see where it plays out and where it goes and how that all kind of transpires, you know, as we try to move around here a little bit. There we go. So we're going to see how that all transpires. We're going to see how that all goes. And on top of that, we had the box that was unveiled, revealed to us the other night, last night. And yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that one right there, and let's talk about Danhausen. And Danhausen, as I have already stated in some comments that I left on a few posts on Facebook, a couple of friends of mine, a couple of people that were talking about, what had gone on at Elimination Chamber, I said it straight out. I think Danhausen is a cool guy. I think he's a great guy, real life person. He's awesome. A lot of great things have been said about him. I think he really is genuinely a good person inside and out. However, here is the problem that we have, and it really starts to show last night. I believe that a lot of wrestling fans just like wrestling. I watch WWE, I watch AEW, I watch TNA. I try to catch as much as I can. New Japan, ROH, MLW, GCW, JCW. I watch a lot of wrestling. I mean, it's tough to keep up with, but I definitely do my part in doing so. And I'll just say this. When it comes down to this Danhausen reveal, I think it was poorly done. I don't think it needed to be that way at all. I don't think it served any purpose to help his character in any way. And on top of it, here's where the big problem lies. When he came out, you had really just a dead reaction. And some people sit there and say, oh, well, he's going to be great for the kids. Great for the kids. The kids in the audience were split 50-50. You had the kids that were scared of clowns. Oh God, screaming, yelling, right? They're crying, holding on to their parents' shoulder. And the other half of the kids were literally pulling their best Conor McGregor impression when they said, who the F is this guy? Because nobody knew. Nobody knew. I mean, of course, I know who Danhausen is, and I'm sure a lot of people do when they are into the wrestling circle, the bubble, this mass of just entertainment that's around us. But come on, guys, let's be real here. It was literally a room where about 20-25% of the people there knew who he was, and then the other 75 to 80% were split half and half with we don't give a shit versus the same thing of we don't even care to see who this is. Where is this going to go? And the sad part about it for Danhausen is now we either are going to see WWE pull the plug, they're going to get cold feet, and it's going to turn into absolute just nonsense, or we're going to see it go the way that it normally does. We're going to see mid-card matches. We're going to see nothing special. It's going to get pushed a little bit, and before we know it, it'll be done and thrown away by the time, we wrap up the summer. It'll be just another nail in the coffin, with no pun intended. But it's very, very funny and amusing to me that this is the way we went about presenting this. Now, granted, a lot of stuff was on the line with that box. Oh, who's going to come out of it? Is it Jericho? Is it going to be Danhausen? Because people were already talking about that. There was a lot that was being discussed. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I think the whole thing, unfortunately, comes off as like a rib. It comes off as a joke. And I just don't think that we're going to see much come out of that. So, unfortunately, who knows? Danhausen, I'm sure he'll be on the rise for a little bit. A lot of people will be looking for him. You can get over to the MERCARI store page. I literally have one Danhausen AEW figure left. We did have two. Now we have one. So there's only one left as the recording of this video. So get over there. Make sure you grab it if you're really looking for one. And of course, as always, guys, this has been another Let's Talk About It. I'm trying to keep these episodes coming. We're going to do more of them. I know I kind of started, then I stopped. But we're going to get more of this going for sure. So with the Elimination Chamber 2026, this is another episode of Let's Talk About It right here on Matt's Wrestling Collectibles on YouTube. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to see and hear from me every single day, because we're always posting new videos each and every single day. And as always, leave me a comment on this video. Tell me, what did you think about Elimination Chamber 2026? And what is your predictions for Danhausen moving forward? All right, guys, I will talk to you all in the next video. Stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all there.